What if pain is the point? What if the very thing that you've spent your entire life trying to avoid is the thing that you're here to face? What if pain is not a flaw in the system, not something that went wrong, not even something to eliminate or escape, but something intentional? Because if you really look at your life, the moments that shaped you the most were not the easy ones. They were the painful ones. The heartbreak, the rejection, the betrayal, the loss. The moments where everything you thought you were started to fall apart. And what if these moments weren't just random suffering? What if they were precise? What if they were targeted, designed to reveal something, maybe to show you something, to wake you up to something that you couldn't see any other way? From the time you were young, you were conditioned to believe something very simple. Pain is bad, comfort is good. Move toward what feels good and avoid what feels bad. And on the surface, that makes total sense. Because pain hurts. Of course you don't want it. But what if that assumption is incomplete? Because if pain is only a problem, then your entire life becomes about avoiding it, controlling it, minimizing it. And in doing that, you start shaping your entire existence around fear. Fear of losing, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of feeling. And slowly, without realizing it, your life becomes smaller, more controlled, more guarded, more protected, but also less alive. What if pain is not something to get rid of, but something to listen to? Because pain is not random. It carries information. It points to something. It reveals something. If you think about physical pain, if you touch a hot stove, pain tells you to pull your hand away. It's intelligent. It's protective. Same thing's true with emotional pain. Rejection, abandonment, betrayal, inadequacy. What if those are not just wounds, but signals? Signals that something deeper is being activated inside of you. There's something unresolved, something unprocessed, something that you've been carrying often for a very long time. Here's where it gets deeper. What if your most painful experiences contain the DNA for the very lessons you were here to learn? Not in an abstract way, but in a very direct way. You see, the person who fears abandonment may have to learn how to stand on their own. The person who fears rejection may have to learn self-acceptance. The person who feels unworthy may have to discover their inherent value. And the only way those lessons become real is through experience, through being brought face to face with the very thing that triggers those wounds. You see, pain is not just something happening to you. It is something revealing you to yourself. Most of this didn't start in your adult life. It started way back in childhood. The moments where you didn't feel seen, the moments where you didn't feel safe, the moments where you learned what you had to do to be loved, or what you had to avoid to not be rejected. These experiences created a blueprint. It's a set of patterns, a way of being. And that blueprint doesn't just disappear when you grow up. It follows you into your relationships, your decisions, even into how you see yourself. And then life does something very interesting. It puts you in situations that activate that blueprint over and over again, not to punish you, but to show you what is still there. There is no place this shows up more clearly than in relationships. Because relationships, they don't just give you love, they also expose your wounds. They reveal your fears. They activate your ego, the fear of losing someone, the need for reassurance, the tendency to control, to withdraw, to chase, or to protect. And when those patterns show up, it's easy to blame the other person. They're the problem. They triggered me. But what if they revealed something that was already inside of you? What if relationships are not the source of your pain, but the mirror that reflects it back to you? Now we get to the deeper layer, because when pain shows up, something in you immediately tries to control it, to fix it, to escape it, to make it all go away. This is your ego. It's the part of you that's trying to protect you from discomfort. It creates strategies, overthinking, mental gymnastics, avoidance, people-pleasing, defensiveness, numbing, distraction, all in an attempt to feel what is actually there. But here's the paradox. The more you try to control pain, the more it persists, because you're not actually dealing with it. You're resisting it. And resistance is what always turns pain into suffering. What if pain is the very thing that breaks the illusion that you can control everything, the illusion that you can actually avoid loss, the illusion that you could ever protect yourself from actually feeling? Because eventually, life will bring you something that you cannot control, something you can't fix, something you can't escape. And in that moment, something breaks. The identity you built, all the protective strategies you relied on, the sense of certainty that you held on to. And while that feels like everything is falling apart, It may actually be the beginning of something deeper, a waking up, a seeing through the illusion of control. At some point, you reach a crossroads. You can continue doing what you've always done, avoiding, controlling, distracting, or you can do something different. You can turn toward the pain, not to suffer in it, but to feel it fully, without running, without numbing, without trying to change it. And this is where everything begins to shift, because when you allow yourself to feel something completely, without resistance, it moves, it processes, and it passes through you. And what's left is peace and clarity. This is what it means to transcend, not to eliminate your pain, but to fundamentally change your relationship to it. To no longer see pain as an enemy, but as a guide. To recognize that every trigger, every reaction, every emotional wave is pointing you somewhere. It's showing you something about yourself. And when you see it clearly, you're no longer trapped in it. You don't have to keep repeating the same patterns, the same relationships, the same cycles, and getting the same results that you don't like. Because now you understand what they were trying to show you. So what if pain is not something to avoid, but something to walk through? What if it is not the obstacle, but the very path to your liberation? Because on the other side of pain is not just relief, it's total transformation, it's freedom, it's a deeper connection to yourself, a deeper understanding of life, a sense of peace that is not dependent on everything going your way. And that kind of peace only comes from facing what most people spend their lives avoiding. So why don't we see this? Why do we keep running from pain if it holds so much value? Because it doesn't feel good. Because everything in us is wired to avoid discomfort. Because we've been taught that happiness means feeling good all the time. And because when you're in pain, you can't see the bigger picture. You're in it, you're overwhelmed by it. You're trying to survive it. But what if the very fact that you can't see it is part of the process? Because if you could see it clearly from the beginning, you wouldn't need the experience in the first place. So what if pain is the point? What if life is not happening to you, but for you? Not in this cliche way, not to justify suffering, but to recognize that every experience, especially the painful ones, are invitations. Invitations to see yourself more clearly, to let go of what is not true, to release the need for control, to step out of the patterns that have been running your life, and to come back to something deeper, something more real. Because in the end, pain is not what breaks you, it's what reveals you. It strips away the illusions, the protections, the identities you've been holding on to. And what's left is something you may not have known was there all along. Presence, awareness, a deeper sense of self that is not defined by what happens to you, but how you meet it. So maybe the question is not, how do I avoid pain? Maybe the question is, what is this pain trying to show me? What is it trying to teach me? Because if you can answer that, you don't just get through it, you grow through it. And that changes everything. Thanks for watching this video today. If you get value from my content, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I don't want you to miss future conversations about awareness and emotional freedom and enlightenment. And if you really want to go deeper into the work, head over to my website at keithcrossley.com. I've got additional teachings and resources and coaching options, all designed to help you attain the highest levels of mental and emotional freedom. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.